there's no easy matches here in ESL Pro League. As we do get underway with the pistol rounds, we'll be starting with a 2-3 spread, and Electronic jumps across mid for some info, and he gets a little bit more than he bargained for it. A tag down to 81 points of health.
Double dualies. Bit perfecto holding onto those.
Both at B.
Simple, you're not wrong. Simple trying to spot more information, hasn't done so. Jabbi's gone all the way up inside of the boiler position already.
They have a lot of map control here. Top banana, and nobody is prying other than Katie in here. And mid and boiler are under their remit as well at this juncture. It's just Simple peeking in from that long side. But Cadian's the one probing the most forward, so we'll stay on board with him. Doesn't have any util, so the in-game leader wants to see what type of setup he's working with. If he goes too far, these dualies will strike from both sides.
Perfecto. Boosted up, came out at the right time. Baited in by Bit as he was taking the aggro, but it's back over toward the opposite side of the map at A that the attack seems to be on. Simple. Late P.
Oh dear, that's a meal.
He got it though. He got it, and that's the bomb to note. They did, okay, flung forward, it was caught by Jabbi, so they managed to keep running with it, but they aren't aware that SDY has gone inside of the graveyard to find the kill. Simple, that's a tough one, hitting the backside with the pistol, and fortunately he did just barely get it. It's still gonna be a 2-on-2, and it's the two from B that had to rotate over, so the dualies to do the damage.
Downside has a flash here. If TeSeS can grab some information, can call for this flash, and they can swing together.
Started out. Didn't spot yet. Perfecto knows he's over there. Couple of shots. Manages to jump up, but it doesn't matter. TeSeS has the shot in return. I thought there was a chance, but TeSeS holds it down. Bit falls, and Heroic go up 1-0.
Okay, good start here. That's 3 kills in the pistol round for TeSeS there. Tidy work for him. And considering that one started with the death of Katie and all for naught over towards B, it was the information that he was playing for. So here's the kill from Perfecto. Okay, no execute. Simple, making a bit of a meal of it, but as you mentioned, did get the kill. Electronic not getting anything done, a bit of a worry. And then, yeah, that flash from stavn, it made them look elsewhere. So TeSeS just strikes. And Jabbi getting fired up early about this. So on the ropes, might need a bit more of that here, as they're going to force buy in NaVi. A scout for Simple. Do you think he gets any more no-scope headshots?
I'm going to go with no.
All right. No,
Not today,
that's fair.
not today, not ever.
All right.
Of course he's going to get some down the line, just not today.
All right, all right. Well, Bit and Perfecto over towards B. Electronic is floating back over. He's the loose piece of all this. The in-game leader tends to be the man rotating between both bomb sites, and they've got 4 congregated in banana here, just puffing up their chest, taking some early exchanges. It's the delay game as the smokes are dropped and stalled out as they'll ping-pong between the sites, so back up towards A. So this is how Inferno plays if you're just watching Counter-Strike for the first time. Welcome.
Yeah. Back and forth, utility, utility, win fights.
It's a good recipe. Seems to work. Electronic, hoping somebody gets a bit gimmicky through this long smoke. Nobody's going to oblige right now, and it is just SDY with the deagle on the balcony. Now, they're not coming his way, so we'll have to course correct the aim towards the lower side of things, but the first fight, looks like it's at long.
How is he still alive? Electronic, got back into the corner.
Jabbi was at the back of the pack, wasn't he?
Yes, I want to say that. I was more confused as to how Electronic was able to stay alive that long and withstand the think in that situation. Either way, Simple. Let's see if he does it, Chad. This is the moment. The no-scope headshot. Not going to happen. And he might just have to wait for that smoke to fully dissipate before doing any damage, but they're going to back off on this, are they? Are they thinking about saving what they have? A little bit of head armor?
Yeah, they should be now. Like that death onto SDY, he getting caught off guard. That's twice that stavn's had the late lurk, reinitiating up mid. That was the pistol round, and now here on this quote-unquote anti-eco. Simple hanging around because we know he's a greedy little goblin for a couple of kills, and that's probably enough, I think.
Yep, I'm out. See ya. He tried. He baited out the fact that he was leaving, waited for the repeak, saw the flash come in, but that was a good reposition, so everyone was staring him down. This is actually pretty solid as well, because he is going to beat them over toward B. However, they're not going to rotate in from CT. Cadian's there, though. He's thinking about it. Don't give away any weapons here, boys. Oh, Simple's going to win out that exchange. They at least get the AK back.
Okay, not the end of the world. I think Simple will get a kill on the way out the door there. So another one of these light investment rounds here for NaVi, and then we should get the guns out into the next. So it's a scout, it's 2 5.7s in the mix, and it depends on, well, dealer's choice. What do SDY and Electronic want to pick up here? TeSeS might even be operating with just dualies. There's that lovely little shot from Simple to close it down. Look at that, the earthquake with the bomb going off. A tidy one from him. So we got more 5.7s in the mix. Electronic will buy another one. SDY, he's just got the USP. Now we can talk a bit about this CT setup. We want to wait and see how this opening exchange goes. I mentioned before, Electronic is the swingman playing between both sides, and it's very standard for teams to play 3 top of banana at the start of...
Yikes.
That's frustration. If you wonder what that's about, guys, that's frustration.
I like that he shot it. I would have done the same, except I would have missed that, and it would have hurt me, so...
All right, well, this apartment waterfall could fall apart here. If SDY takes the initial contact and Electronic just sweeps a couple with the 5-7, this is the perfect weapon for the job, I'd say. Oh.
It could be. I mean, it's so situational when you have Jabbi being so aggressive as well with the MAC-10 in so many situations. He's not going to want to slow down. He's going to be unrelenting as he works out from the position. Oh my god, never mind. He's dead anyway. Simple's just wrecked him, and the flash is going to go the other way. Electronic manages to back off. Simple comes in again for another headshot. What was that sequence?
The Halls pop against the ecoing side. It's always a risk here. Stavn. Oh, he's going to go down as well. And now it's just Cadian, who I think might want to hold on to this. Yeah, don't give over another AK to be scooped up. Give them the round, sure, but don't give them all the firepower here. Yeah, a Halls pop, it's always one of those things that you want to... Well, at least back in my day, it's been a long day. And that was once upon a time the case. But yeah, a Halls pop always seems so dangerous against pistols. Then it wasn't even the pistols that did damage. It was the scout, to be
simple.
fair.
They rotated around. Forget the frustration. I mean, at least he's got a sense of humor about missing the nade that shows that he's probably like, whatever, like, meme it off. But this is foolish. Yeah, but he's midair. Yeah, he was still running it. Just stopped, set, bang, nailed it, and then follows it up on Shush. Electronic stayed alive that whole time.
And they get 2 AKs, a Galil, and a MAC-10 out of that type of round. So that's what we call profit. And on the other side, Heroic are going to have to stomach a force fire of their own here. They're going to have to see what they can get done. Cadian can drop an AK, Stavn can buy in with a Galil armor. TeSeS can buy an AK as well. So they should be able to buy here, but they haven't just yet. These times starting to trickle on down quite swiftly here. So are they just going to operate with this 1 AK? Okay, interesting. Curious to not see them try and fully invest behind this. I think they will into the next, or at least you'd hope so. And Cadian to rock the saved AK, see what he can get done. An aggressive incendiary down to stall out the jump up towards the boiler room. Done in a different fashion, and the nade might have been a little bit early there. There was no way up and over.
Looking for a chance to work out behind that smoke. Flash to do so. He's actually gone down into Banana. Bit of a risky play, but no one there on the other side because they knew they had the utility in place to prevent them from doing so. So it's the mid wall that Heroic will at least get out of this situation. Actually, we go further than that. No one spotted them so far, and they're already toward the archway, but Electronic with clean vision through it. Only good for 1. Cadian with the shot back. The 1 AK saved with the 1 kill so far, and his positioning becomes problematic because they can actually start to open up the map from this. Bomb still waits at middle.
Well, this is interesting.
But the option's there, and Simple's caught it. Simple's turned it off, but it is going to be Cadian that has to still move forward with that AK, and Perfecto, I think, is going to be the one to catch him out.
The fact he didn't step there after the info. Look at Cadian as well. Got the hops, the movement. He's definitely put some time into the aim here, looking crispy, but dead now, and SDY will take the upgrade.
I love that we saw the side angle of that. Like, Simple looks like it's going to be the battle, and SDY just walks in. He's like, nah, got this.
That's a necessary sacrifice, though. The fact that they drew this rotation to deal with CT spawn completely, that's where the 1 rifle was. They get the plan out of it. I was questioning how the buy was going to look next round. Well, now, with the 1900 and the bomb going down, this round is over. I know that there's still players alive, everybody. So they'll be scooped up. But next round will be a full buy for Heroic. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, Navi gets a kill at range there. Let's get on the defuse. It's going to be a little bit messy. Blade won't be happy with that one.
No, he won't, but they're going to tie the game 2-2, so at least he can be happy with that aspect of it. 3 AKs for the CTs to hold on to. But the plant does mean a heck of a lot more money than the Heroic side would have had, and Cadian has the op. I just saw it get tossed out.
There you go. So someone's going to... I think it must have been TeSeS to drop that one across. He had 6.6. So this really helped them out a lot here. They wouldn't have had enough money to go across for a buy as strengthy as this. It's made up a word there. So story of my life, I think, at this point. But
I like it. Word
strengthy. Strengthy. As strong as this is how we should have gone. But okay, so no AWP for NaVi. They're happy to rock out these rifles. Cadian, the AWP boom, keeping it retro. A bit of a static start. Not too much banana aggression. The standard slew of utility locked down. NaVi, they have full control. Bit just standing ready to deliver. The smokes will start to fade, and there's the Cachet of utility picked on up. Simple wants to take an aggressive fight. We'll take down TeSeS. So that's a nice way to kick off round number 5.
Swap guns, because Simple gets tagged down to 13. Cadian on the AWP, trying to find an opening. They're going to go toward B a little more quickly this time. Missed an opportunity to level this out on 4. Really? They're going to seesaw this much on it? Hoping to force a rotation. They have slightly done so, and they're relying on jabbi to open up the map for them.
They didn't commit.
jabbi didn't do anything with it either, so they're going to go back and give him some utility.
The lurk smoke was thrown at it, so jabbi has some flashes now. SDY is the lone defender on the site here. Electronic is tucked in towards Trash. He will not be able to assist if they do go through the apartments, but the smokes are out now. They have the bracket control. Will Electronic activate?
He will, but unfortunately the power went out just as quickly as Shush got the shots. Bits does damage. stavn's on to 20. They know he's on the inside of that smoke, but that's not the focus. They have to wrap for the bomb, and they do so with the boost over top of the box. SDY never saw it coming.
Oh, are they going to save now? Consider this. Bits close towards the archway. Does he want to take the fight against Cadian here? He's tucked in towards Trash, where Electronic once resided, and they'll call it off. Now, I was going to start a broader conversation. I'd love to hear from Maui and Blair in the post-game to hear them talk about the CT setup, but I know Electronic's the in-game leader, so he's feeling the flow of the game. He's dictating how these rounds want to go, but I hate the fact that he's going to be the third man unless Simple's going over towards B with the AWP to assist. Why has Electronic ever been taken out of the pit position? Let SDY be the rotator around, right? Electronic, he will lock down A for you on his own. Here he's playing this more floaty role. He has to worry about nade. He's such a beast, and I understand he's in a different role now, but make SDY the supportive element. Let him run around, right? Allow him to get up the steps on the pedometer. Let's have Electronic sit in pit and kill everybody. That's where I want him.
He's very good there. He's easily one of the best in the world there. So yeah, I can understand the point. And I understand that maybe the mentality as well, as he thinks as the in-game leader, he's got to be more active in that situation, but why weaken yourself in that sense? Why hinder it?
And I think here with just as much theory that this team does and how much Blade is touted, right, as this mastermind of the team, the puppet master behind them, then the theory of that they should be able to iron out with anybody in that type of position. So regardless, might not even crop up as a factor here. It's a 1-round lead. We're still very early on in this Inferno bout. Towards the top of Banana. This time, a little bit more invested from Heroic. They have a glance. They at least consider their options, as stavn will have a lick or two of the flame down to 60, but nothing to get too concerned with. Now, how active is jabbi going to be in this apartments lurk? He has the territory, and again, it's going to be a 3-man lean towards top of B. There you go. There's that little lurk coming through. He can give out this information now that the smoke was dropped. All right, Cadian, they've used another smoke on A. How many more can they have left? Well, it is just one in the hands of Electronic now. Was calling for a flash forward, and this is something that Heroic do as well. They like to leave a lot of utility on spawn on the T side, so they're starting early. They're looking, they're searching for a pick. They're using their util to soften up. Then they'll drop back. They'll pick up all the extra util, and look at this wave they have left over. A whole bunch of new flashes. This can go for the rear grass on top Banana here.
It's out. Simple shot into it. Bit waiting for a chance for them to walk around the corner. Simple's warning shot though, enough to deter activity. So stavn will fall back inside of the tree position. Flash for Cadian, goes high. That'll allow Shush around the corner. He checks both angles. Smoke's still down in front of Library, so he's not going to be able to do much with it, but Bomb still waits, and it wants to go to quad. We know jabbi's inside of the apartments. We know he's looking for space. Simple's going to hit Shush through the smoke. That's going to make things more problematic as they want to go. They're weakened by 1, and it's a double pit position with SDY, and now you've got it, Chad. Electronic back in his home. Although not remembering how to ride a bicycle, apparently it's not like riding a bike inside a pit. He's forced off it by the Molotov anyway, with TeSeS already inside. Perfecto's gonna get that. TeSeS will swing. Inevitably, he was going to from that position. SDY needs to step up. He's gone low on ammo. He's only got 3 shots, but Cadian only has 12 HP. Just one of those bullets would have to hit. It's Simple instead that might find it, though, as he goes inside of the site, and both go down.
Okay, very well handled indeed right there. The fact that Simple gets a freebie through the smoke is insane. We didn't quite see it, but we saw when we flicked back to him that he was just taking pot shots through the smoke. So the fact he grabs that is huge. It softens up this attack on towards the side. They still get the traction, but the difference there is these pit players delayed for so long. They drop the bike smoke, they stay alive. It forces Heroic to have to sit and wait. Eventually they try and reinitiate, and NaVi respond in kind. So great rotation there from Simple and Perfecto to get back over in time. Here's the shot from Simple. Yeah, quite literally just taking pot shots. You don't get luckier than, well, I guess it's Simple. There's never luck involved here. That's his...
No, you create your own luck is the situation, right? It's not, yes, it's lucky, but he has the cognizance to at least fire into that smoke to hold the angle, to know the timing of what the enemies are doing, right? You always create your own luck.
It's an educated shot. He's not shooting for no reason. So he's looking for exactly that and gets away with it this time. Timeout called. Didn't quite catch who that was by. Caught me sleeping right there as Heroic are going to invest again here. It's going to be AKs, a Galil, and a Tech 9 for Shush here. So they're still sitting pretty and can still contest. It's early stages of the half here. I think the problem is, even if it feels like they get up to a big run, especially after Mirage, NaVi's aren't put away. So Heroic, it's going to be a long, drawn-out battle here today. Here's a change in setup. Simple now over towards the apartments position with SDY and Electronic trying to lock down the site. Spam through isn't going to do an awful lot because they're not aggressing on this position. They do get control of Boiler and Halls through the flash. Now this is where they step forward. SDY wants to investigate. He's going to go one. The Simple the other. That is perfect. They waited for the flash and then they search for the fight. That's prep.
That's super well done, because a lot of teams mess up that crossfire in the halls. It's so easy that one guy oversteps it, boom, op goes down, and then the other guy's locked there with no support. Nade toward Banana. This will do some good. All right, it did for once. Did damage onto TeSeS. I thought it would bounced on the other side of the wood. I was like, come on, man. But he goes down to 64. Molotovs will fly in. It's Bit that's going to be forced out from New Box. He's going to have Perfecto running, trying to get through the smoke to help him out, and he'll back his way in against the boxes in doing so. It's a good counter-defensive smoke to let him work in without being spotted. The swing and the turn, but not enough to find both as stavn's found, but he's going to get taken down by Perfecto. And NaVi take the lead.
Okay, well, handling business now. It's going to be Heroic into what should be an eco. But their response time here from NaVi is get any traction on the site. That means their anchors are doing a good job delaying with the required information there. Steady stuff here for NaVi. Would love to get this one done too early. You don't want to show too much of the strat book, really, if you don't have to. This is Simple with another shot through the smoke.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, all right. Fine, fine. We're all on the same page, Simple. Nades, Bits. Cadian's going to get the shot onto him this time. The aggression finally bites him as they got through the Molotovs faster than anticipated. Electronic knows they have this time, though. Shush is done for. I always say that and can't hold my breath because you never know what a headshot running and gunning can do. SDY will catch out Jabbi, who was trying to run, but not so much gun in toward the apartments in B site. A site, rather.
In Source, it was the other way around.
That's right. It was on this map.
Not sure why.
I wouldn't have known that without you reminding me because I didn't play that.
Yeah, look, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't love it.
I didn't mind it. I just found the hitboxes were a bit obscure. Like, the headshots were way too easy for a while.
Yeah.
Simple and Perfecto going to close this out.
Everybody had a bit of elephantitis. You know, walking around a little bit fat, too much Christmas pudding. But we're back into the Slender Man type of Counter-Strike.
It's all right. You played Source, but Henry actually started his first version. Do you know this?
CZ.
Condition 0.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he got
I mean, we all
juked at the store,
played it,
mate.
but yeah, that's right. Buddy told him, well, this is the new one. This is the one you want. Yeah, well, that's why Henry's career only lasted so long.
Well, CGS kind of was a massive blow, unfortunately, for all of us. We do have a technical timeout. So this is a great time for story time.
All right, you just started that massive can of worms with CGS, but...
Well, what story? We could have an Inferno story. We could have an Exist story. He's the coach right now, Heroic. He's a Swede in Danish colors. We could talk about Jabbi and Copenhagen Flames, this Heroic run. League Ops having a chit-chat. We could do a lot of things.
There's a lot we could do, but I think that the interesting one for me is always to remember the different iterations of Inferno. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Condition 0 the first one to have the pit in spawn, and then they retroacted that to 1.6? Am I wrong on that?
That is going very deep in the memory sack, and I can't get into the right room. The door's gone, actually.
Yeah, I for some reason I think that was that's so obscure if that's true, and I remember that. But for some reason I thought that. I'm sure someone's gonna tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, well, luckily it wasn't a long time.
You know what?
out.
I'm glad didn't come through from Condition 0 was the riot shields.
Oh yeah, look, it's in danger zone.
That's true.
And that's where it needs to stay. If any, you know the Maniac little clip they've done, the skit where he's having a nightmare about
yeah, that's right. Yep.
So as long as it stays in Maniac's nightmares and in danger zone, we're fine. We definitely don't need that in competitive Counter-Strike. I'll give everybody the hot tip.
Yeah, that was brutal. Okay. It was so annoying too, because you'd shoot it, and you'd be like, I'm gonna reload, and they'd be just like, all right, deagle you in the head while you're doing that, and back to the shield. Okay. The rage, I tell you. 3 toward B to start it off. Either they're gonna drop the plethora of nades and leave a stockpile, or they're gonna get further aggression down that position from the CT side. And it seems to be the case, because they're sending everyone down towards stavn. Perfecto as well in toward the tree, checks it as a nade goes off. Meanwhile, though, there's a bit of posturing going on toward the apartment position right now from Heroic, so that's the opposite side of the map. Maybe they can exploit and expose.
Well, they're looking for SDY here, and they might catch him on a timing. This smoke is going to drop, and they have a question. Do we push through, or do we wait? And wait seems to be the correct call. So they were getting ready to explode. That's one of the best things about Heroic. When they find themselves in these situations, even though they were looking for a play, they can sit and wait, and we'll try again in a couple seconds' time. The flash is at the ready. It's just SDY here. He can get overrun, and the site's practically given up.
Flash outs, SDY, first shot falls off. Bits there to cover up for anyone trying to trade, so good crossfire setup from the CTs. Cadian's gonna give back the bomb and try and take matters into his own hands. Unlike the start that he had on Mirage, where he was way ahead, he's only got 3 kills this time, but no one's really been getting a lot of frags for Heroic, it has to be said.
They're having a tough time setting the tone here, aren't they? Having to work for all of this map control, it hasn't been easy.
Well, it's Simple that's setting it right now at 12. He's double everyone else in the server at minimum.
Oh, Cadian saw something there. Tronic's down. It's at 4-on-4, and all the fights will happen on A. Simple is out of the picture here. Cadian's wrapping around Library in the back lines, but Bit in the meantime does get one and done. SDY still alive and kicking. This kill from Cadian means a lot. They have to get SDY out of this position, and they will. Now, Simple in a 1-on-2. I feel like he's up for this.
Deagle to work with. I don't know if he can make it happen. He's definitely up for it, but whether the odds are with him or not, I'm unsure. Cadian, corner, graveyard. Simple saw it, sees the shoulder, but he's also been spotted. He's got the AK, they give it to him, but he's unaware that Cadian's jumped down. He's up close, and the flash isn't going to have the timing to pop and get him an angle, so it's going to be a 1-round difference.
Okay, curious there that he's left the ult behind. You understand why he doesn't want to gift it over for free. Does find himself a gun on the way in, but good stuff from Cadian not to just run away from that fight. Oh, it's Simple, let's hide. No, it's Simple, let's fight him together. We have the number advantage. So well handled here, really good trading. It was looking great. This kill from Cadian means an awful lot onto Perfecto there, just either not expecting it or has to have a blind spot at some point during this whole scenario, and a good finish there from Cadian to get a 2-piece in the round. Still money is just a 1-round game at this point, so very tight indeed.
Tonic peek, didn't see it, but they're already at the bench. Utility down as it is, though. They're not going to push any further. They might have been able to catch him out if Jabbi was a few steps further forward, but either way, back to a 3B setup. And the support this time from Perfecto. Simple, gap in that smoke, takes down Cadian. Question is, did Cadian get far enough around the corner that in the depth cam he would have seen Bit on top of the box? Doesn't matter, stavn's going to get him trying to retreat, and Simple's going to have to go further inside of the site as a result.
Well, they have the banana control they're looking for. Jabbi also flirting with top mid right now. It's a passive defense on this A site. SDY constantly just being this anchor. So lacking information in NaVi at this juncture, and Simple, because of that, feels that he needs to rotate back. But they've kept 3 towards the top of banana, and the util light on. Here they come again.
Cover connector. Perfecto, look at this. A man of culture becomes the statue on top of the fountain. He's going to take down. Shush falls off, finds stavn as well. And it's just TeSeS to try and find success. I don't know that he will do so. He's going to get found from behind, actually. Electronic didn't even consider it as he was looking for the kill inside of the site. So 6-4 now for NaVi.
That was very well handled. There wasn't any real concern there at all. Bit goes down, sure, but Simple springs his trap. You're scared to run in towards the B site. You know that you have to full execute with those double smokes, and even when you do, here's Perfecto up and over. Handling this is the gap in the smoke, gets himself another, and then by that point, the CT smoke's faded, and Electronic gets the easiest kill of his life there. So, fantastic stuff. And again, if you want to join the fan cams, esl.gg/fancam to join all the fun.
It's a good time. It's like a little watch party. It's not just about that camera. You can sit and chat with everyone in there and pick your team you want to cheer for. It's fun. Sometimes I've even... Oh, good shot. Simple catches out stavn early. I know it's just pistols, but Sometimes I've even seen that the fan cams, you know, when the game's over, sometimes they'll go play together and,
Oh, that's nice.
you know, play some matchmaking, whatever the case may be.
Were you with like-minded individuals?
Yeah. I think that'd be a cool idea, actually. You do fan cam plus 10 mans after, or something along those lines.
Just make sure you're all on at least, what do we say, 70 ping or lower, all right? If you're from all over the globe, let's not be playing with 300 ping.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tricky part.
On,
it would
guys.
have to be organized to some degree, but yeah.
It's quite a slow pace to this one here, isn't it? I think, I understand why it's Inferno. You don't want to run through the bombardment of utility. It's difficult in the choke points early. You're not going to get away with a lot of space. So I understand why they're playing at this pace, but at some point it is going to have to change here for Heroic. And this is the thing, if NaVi continue to start, well, they haven't consistently, but if they can find the tell that it's a 3-man B start and then exploit the gap on A, they're easily going to be over towards that quad side or a gap long and smoke off quite quickly, see if you can wrap and isolate the 2A defenders. That's how a faster maneuver could work here. But opening kills was something that was favorable for them in that first map of play. In the first half on the CT side of Mirage, they only managed to give up 1 opening death. The rest were all opening kills, and KDN was 8-0 in that regard. Now, they've only found 1 opening kill in these 11, call it 12 rounds of play.
TeSeS will get the shot onto Simple. Electronic comes back around, and they finally collect on Simple's early damage. He did a lot of it. He just couldn't get the kills done himself, but now 7-4 fire that AK across the map to someone else to pick it up, but ain't gonna happen. They're still gonna have enough money this round to buy.
Yeah, and at this point, Simple's 5-0 in terms of opening exchanges. Electronic, well, it doesn't matter. You guys heard there's only 1. So, but it's just impressive that Simple's consistently taking these opening fights here. He's got the most multi-kills on the server right now of 3, sitting pretty at the top as well with 14 frags to his name. Here we go again. He wants to take the fight down mid. No KD and AWP. It feels like Heroic have only had very few full buy rounds here.
Simple shot in, smoke, or excuse me, flash in his face. He runs back around it. Smoke down in Banana, where we were getting with that, because Bit's trying to, once again, spoil any aggression that the Heroic side can throw at him. And speaking of throw, Perfecto will throw a nade down the lane right now. Doesn't gonna do any damage, doesn't go far enough. No one's really there, so.
It's just so light on. I know when I was singing the praises of Heroic earlier and they're running back to spawn and they're picking up all the excess utility, I was like, look how many nades they have.
Just like now.
Yeah, well, it's shoe on the other foot in that regard, but Heroic are the ones operating with very little. The time against them, the HP against them, the weapons against them, the space against them. The world's against them right now, as they're either going to have to run forward.
Ooh, that sucks too. They were just setting up for the execution.
Yeah, scurry back is the option in that scenario. And they have to be so frugal with this light util. They can't throw it out to keep anybody planted. Oh, another nade. stavn just swallowed that, down to 14. That's going to be another death blender. They've lobbed out the limp smoke front side to try and obscure vision. You want to send players packing over towards coffins or fight from CT. And it is a ruse that heading back up middle here, but now NaVi drop back, and this is perfectly timed. It's about the 30-second mark. You don't need to stay so forward on mid. Let the fight come for you. Use the angles in your favor. I don't know how Heroic get in here.
Electronic looking to try and flash off the arch side, but the pressure is going to SDY. He makes no mistake on the first on top of the bike. Concedes position based on flames. Simple's joined in with kills. They'll get Electronic, but there's still 2 in the pit to deal with. Bit is the second of which, and he finds 2 kills to close out the round. It's now 8-4. So we went from a 1-round game. We thought we were going for something, and now NaVi's back into control.
Yeah, and this is very scary now because it's feeling extremely limp for Heroic. As mentioned, they're not finding opening kills. They don't have an explosive pace. So NaVi feel like they're in complete control. Needs to be another round or 2 before we get to half-time for Heroic, I think. Look, I say a round or 2. I think 1 might be enough here. As they get onto the CT side, they'll be able to find themselves in a scenario just like this. Back to the quarterfinal match on stage at the Antwerp Major. Inferno went their way and 16-9. Sorry, 16-10 scoreline in that one. And NaVi started on that T side. There's a simple opening again, and yeah, this is not looking good.
No, not at all. Simple's having a lovely game right now at 17-3. That's the other side of it. And 3, which means his economy has been massive throughout the course of this game because he hasn't had to go down too many times. Chuck some nades to each other. And set again. Bit with a nade that looks like it'll bounce close if he wants to, but he goes for the smoke instead as he shoulder checks. He'll throw that now, seeing that they're throwing them over the top. He's isolated, though, because Perfecto's in the back of the site. Pit's got to be careful here. Backs off. They're going to push through. TeSeS catches him when he's blind. Perfecto makes no mistake, though, to make up for it and keep the ground and control. I say control of B. He runs out of ammo, and TeSeS gets the shot instead.
Canadian's trying this again. The Des talked about it. These type of rounds, he was able to get the side control, get the bomb down. Maybe he doesn't have to plant. That is massive from TeSeS, and right now, SDY has to address this B bomb site.
Canadian's going to go back to it, though.
This round started with Simple getting 2 orb kills.
And fair play to Heroic pulling it back, but Canadian maybe one step ahead of himself. At least TeSeS does a huge amount of work to get 3 kills.
He's here in time.
Now they can get there, but SDY's read this. He's looked away, unfortunately. TeSeS will get the kill to close it out. 4 for him. And Canadian, yeah, they could have had that bomb down in B a long time ago if, didn't, you know, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, well, lucky it doesn't come back to bite them here. That is a massive round to pick up with the considerations of the buy that we saw here. You can check it out. It's Tech 9s. There's a couple of upgraded pistols here. There's the P250 striking on Electronic, trying to charge in to assist this situation. But TeSeS on the fade of the smoke. That is a massive shot onto Simple right there. And TeSeS closes things down, so 4 for him. So a lot of impact there as it looks good. We got some hookses in the chat. Visited by the big man himself. He'll be playing on Friday as the night fixture, I believe. This is fast. This is a bit more direct. Simple might get blindsided here.
Ooh, now with SDY to help him out. He goes down, but that slows them up just enough that Simple is back into position, and he's ready to fight as well. He'll take out jabbi, and into the pit he goes. However, he's in that pit. He doesn't have anyone to watch library side, and they have bypassed middle, so he has to be a little more active. Unfortunately, it's not him that's going to be the first to fight. It's Electronic. He's unsuccessful, but Perfecto is having an excellent game as well. Might only have 10 kills, similar to that of Electronic. In fact, not any more than that of SDY, but his kills are pretty on point. He nearly caught out Shush, who runs to the site to get a bomb plant now as well.
A very brazen halving there from Shush, expecting Perfecto not to peek him, and that was the right call. Now he needs to win out this duel against Simple, who's gone into the AK, and a real chance there. Simple will decapitate him. 19 frags as he goes back to pick up his prized possession of the AWP. And we'll call that 9 now for NaVi as the defuse starts to come in. Perfecto will be gifted the good graces of that. And all that cash we were talking about for NaVi has been squandered quite quickly here. Fortunately, only one more round left in this half.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So they're still fine without question, but we'll go 9-5. It's Heroic that's going to be benefiting from the bomb plant. Cadian's on 74. Expect an op on him. Yeah, already gone to it. I was going to say perhaps if they wanted. He hasn't had that many opening kills with it this game.
How many rounds do you end up going from it to be in this 3 CTs in CT spawn? That is a little bit unlucky for Heroic there. They walked into the trap, into the lion's den of NaVi. And they're going to take a 3rd timeout here in this first half of play. So for Exist, I think it's very important that this team is going to scoop up their 6th round before going into half-time. Map 1 started 9-1 down, and then were able to get themselves to a 9-6 scoreline on their map choice. Heroic would be very happy with a 9-6 scoreline as well. Conversation being had, you can see here the brain trust, Cadian and Exist looking straight at each other here. This is where the coaches need to do their best work, right? Chip in, especially on the T side, with a couple of ideas. What is a pocket strat we haven't run? What's a weakness that you've been able to identify whilst standing in the backlines, right? You don't have a screen in front of you. You're hoping to pick all the information out of all the pockets of the teammates.
And that's something that's different than when they're in it's obviously the online era, but also the practice rooms. The coaches do have a computer they can jump through during scrims and see things more directly. But yeah, now they're more on the sideline. Run boost.
Ooh,
and
there we go.
So that op does work out. Cadian with the opening kill. Drop Simple. stavn's going to capitalize as Bit gets aggressive, as he often has done. But this time it was to compensate for the loss. And now they find themselves 2 men down.
Not only the 2nd opening on this T side for Heroic, and this one might count because Perfecto's been knocked off his block as well. The push-up banana, Electronic is found, and now it's just SDY. 1 on 5. Yikes. I misspoke, sure, but surely no dramas.
A little bit late to it, though. That's going to allow SDY to see Cadian working his way through. He got him just as it plumed, so maybe it does create some scenario, but it is still a 4-on-1. So this should be 9-6 as bomb goes down. SDY flashing himself in. Nearly flashed himself as he had to back off the doorway quickly. Expecting a flank, but just costing himself time at this point. Needs to get in there and get it done. 1-on-4, that would be pretty spectacular considering the positioning, and this one's over.
Yeah, you shall not pass. Very sporadic here, hoping the fights will come his way, and stavn will eventually oblige right there. But 9-6, Heroic. They salvaged this one. It was looking fantastic for NaVi, but they've been stalled out towards the tail end. Excited to see how this one concludes. Join us after the break to see if this is a 2-0 or if we're on map number 3.
Cadian is one of the most recognizable faces, not only when it comes to Danish, but also global CSGO. Known not only for leading heroic, but also for how he celebrates his team's successes. But leading and celebrating aren't the only things he's renowned for. He's also a very efficient player. Let's travel back to IEM Gamescom 2015 and the match between Renegades and Cadian's SK Gaming. He needed just 2 bullets to stop 4 advancing enemies.
Flashes are coming into B. They've gone with a bit more tempo. Oh, double shot! Takes down Yaman Sponge. He was missing earlier, but I suppose he makes up for it. Taking 2 with 1 bullet there. There's Cadian again! Oh my God! 2 bullets, 4 people for Cadian. Pretty fantastic stuff. And we said Cadian needs some confidence back, and well, if you if you need confidence, I don't think it gets much better than that.
Save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you. Take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine. Show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster. Gotta get better. Gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now. Get out now. Go with the move, go for the goal. Lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, go and it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, go and it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes.
Same score, different sides. NaVi, this time the team with 9 at half and 6 only for heroic. They go onto the defense now. We'll see if they can make amends for what we saw from Simple, quite frankly. He was unstoppable in the first half. Sits with a lovely 19-5 scoreline.
Yeah, I know the forums were definitely questioning his form after the group stage, but this is Simple. This is the best player in the world. To get this man under a rock is not going to happen too many times. You're going to get him back blasting. That's what we're seeing right now is blasting straight up Banana. This is going to be a biff. Very quick on this. And one towards the sandbag is who they have to clear. It's Cadian. Oh, and the team Goosh.
You know what, though? Probably for the best, because the fact that someone went for the goose means someone saw him. That could have been way more catastrophic as they got inside of the site. It is going to leave them low on HP. SDY still finding the kill. Perfecto wants to swing, but when? Jabbi takes out his teammate. Simple cuts off the flank. And this slows considerably. Not much further action from Jabbi. He was waiting for his teammates to arrive, trying to be efficient and not go down too soon. But unfortunately, he's going to go down without much of a fight at all. And Shush, I don't know how you can possibly get to this with the way they're playing, the way that they're split and set up, and the fact that there is no kit in play. It would take something pretty special. And that smoke is not it, I don't think.
No, going to be kept pretty quiet here, isn't he? I think his time is done. Simple will finish that one off, gets himself up to 21 kills with 2 in the pistol round, and we'll split pistols here on Inferno as well. That's a very good start from NaVi to close this down quick. But this is the map choice.
Yeah, I mean,
choking.
all right. Usually it's Jason that's more familiar with choking, you know, being from NA and all.
And Cream.
That's a good point. Although he did wreck me once on that one, so I need to be careful because I did have caramel stuck in my ear for about 2 days.
Okay, I'm back in the room. We'll see how many times this. All right, no, I am good. Never mind. We're doing definitely good. We're fine. And so is Electronic. He's fine. He's going to stand and deliver one. Sure, she's going to re-peek on the scout for a tag. This is getting dicey now. Good bit of damage done early for Heroic. Is drawn back into a 4-on-4 in the one-way of the Furious Smoke. Get them another kill here, but they found themselves in a winnable scenario now. The low HP of Simple. Perfecto also one scout bullet away from death here, so some dramas now for NaVi.
Quick check behind bags for Perfecto. SDY down at the sewer in middle.
This has to be a gamble for Heroic though, right? I feel in this type of situation, even though you are on a 4-on-4, you don't have the same weaponry, you definitely don't have utility to work with here, so you have to go for a bit of a gamble stack like this. And Shush cheating over with the HE can do a huge amount of damage here. Simple's been given over the MAC-10. You understand why. He is on lower HP. You want to have the AKs wielded for a little bit longer. Only towards the back of the site for Emo. And they're coming in. The stack's in the right place.
Just waiting with the nade. When does he throw it? They're going to hold. Perfecto. No, he barely got to him. He jumped up on the ledge fast enough to get away. So he remains on 24, as does Bit, as... not quite for Simple, but 30 HP, so they're low enough there. But unfortunately, Bomb was going to go down. Not now. Big was the one holding it. It's denied. So thankfully, SDY is able to turn and get kills because here comes Jabbi with a deagle that could menace and make problems. But Simple, knowing that that smoke's gone, he's got to be in front of him. He's got to come over and try to do something with this.
He wants to knife him. You know he does. You know he does.
Sure, I'll take it. If he's going to get this close. He wants the SMG. He's calling for his teammates. Hey, guys, don't peek. Just let him keep searching, and I'm going to walk up and shank.
I think I can hear the crowd.
Yeah.
I can hear the crowd. I can quite literally hear the crowd for that knife. They really love that one right there. So Simple being naughty, but that's the Simple antics. That's what we love to see.
It's going to give them that extra cash as well. So 4,200 pre-buy.
Look, do you see what Electronic type?
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. I see you looking at that. I'm assuming that's actually a bind.
It must be. It must be a bind. Electronic has got a little face there and gotcha. These are publicly available on the demos, guys, once they come up. So we're not giving you any information you shouldn't have. But what is this from Cadian? Around 4 in head armor. Okay. Cadian, you have to do some damage with this, mate. The game is getting too far away from you here. You peer out, you'll find a kill, and you need to get out as quick as you came.
Well, he started it off. Cadian again with the opener. M4, he's going to back in toward Pit.
Wait, look what's happened. Shush has been able to use this to get past. He could potentially find himself a weapon over towards second mid, and the bomb's still down towards TeSeS, and Cadian's still alive in Pit.
Yeah, they're 2 or 3 up. Cadian is killing it right now. Man's just got 3 kills with the only weapon. Perfecto's gonna drop. Stavn hits that with a deagle. Okay, Heroic. Knife is one thing, but maybe you shouldn't have woke the bear. Quite literally poked the bear, as now it's Bit. Left in a 1-on-5. And here comes Shush.
Well,
a MAC-10 that never belonged to him at the start of this.
Turn back Bit. I was about to stop. If he got that kill, I reckon he would.
Statement?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I can't be wrong.
Okay.
No one can disprove that.
Okay.
They can bring up the percentage likelihood that it won't happen, but nobody can disprove that sentiment. Now, Cadian, I can't believe this play. This is quite literally an in-game leader round. Boys, give me the armor and the M4, and I'm going to go and kill 3 players. I don't think anybody thought that was going to be the case. That would get my troops fired up indeed, and NaVi quite the opposite. Down to pistols here. So there is still some hope left in this game. It's only a 4-round game at this juncture.
See if the Deagles can find anything now. Cadian again going to continue working well on the CT side. He's up to 14 kills. Takes down Simple as well. So that CT battle versus Simple, Cadian still has the advantage apparently when he's on the defense.
It's going to be a fun little stats matrix at the end of the game to see that head-to-head duel. They should be set for this, especially with Simple in the dirt here. Now, the other contributors so far have been SDY and Perfecto. Electronic's not too far behind on 11. Bit's been extremely quiet on 6. And Cadian's a little bit worried and doesn't have to be. Shush is here. And now they're in the clear.
Katie is going to sneak out, get... Okay, I was going to say a free kill. Not if Shush gets there first, which he did. And jabbi will find SDY. All 5 staying alive again for Heroic, who now close it down to an 11-8 score. Very much in this game.
Okay, well, does stavn really want to hold on to the MAC-10? I understand you want to be safe with your cash money. Looks like you will hold on to it here. On the other side, it will be head armor for everybody. 3 AKs and 2 Galils. No AWP available. Full sets of utility for everybody, bar SDY. He's just missing 1 piece. Let's see if NaVi have the same struggles over towards this banana control that Heroic had earlier, or maybe they'll give it up. Molly deep, nade to follow. I like this little combo they throw. It means you can't pick that car position without taking a nade to the face and then having to relinquish that control back through the molly in place. They do get the control they were looking for.
Molotov went behind stavn wielding that MAC-10, so he backs out and changes position. Doesn't want to get isolated by that utility early on. Still trying to do damage, though, now that it's gone. Now that it's opened up the lane again. But I think they'll reconsider this aggression, because slowly NaVi was creeping forward.
Yeah, incremental margins on that. You saw a lot of teams try and barrel down, but just those Molotovs to be a dissuasive force, that was more than enough to force Heroic back into this passive stance. Now, boosting towards spawn. There's no clear intent for NaVi here, but it's obvious they want to search, and Simple doing exactly that forces out more key utility. This is what you need when you're searching across the map to apply threats like this. That's a molly and a smoke gone, and we still have 50 seconds left on the clock, so this is fantastic work from your default in Banana right now. Electronic has the playbook extremely open.
Throwing nades to me still just looks funny, because when you throw them that fast, it just looks like they're juggling. But they'll toss them over.
Need some circus music.
Well, I don't know about that. Clowns are scary.
Just gonna execute B. Yeah, they should be able to walk in here. stavn only has the MAC-10. It's a hard clear. Cadian rotating back. He'll be here in time. And speaking of time, it's gonna be the issue.
Oh, yeah, they've only got 16 seconds, so that's a good find from Perfecto to start it off, but they still have a lot of sight to clear. And the fact that the boost is in place from stavn, they know he's there. He falls off. They aren't gonna find him yet, and he's still doing damage because jabbi's coming in the back line. It is absolutely that. Denied. They had to go for the plant. They know they're out of time. jabbi's gonna get another kill, and Bit's gonna go down after the time, in fact. So, he's not gonna get the bonus. That's even worse for them.
It went perfectly. Everything I highlighted there, the fact they were making them expend all the utility, the dry peek into the site with the opening kill. But time being the issue, stavn the nuisance, the rotation on point. Great work from Heroic there to recover this one. This from jabbi. As soon as he gets that kill, Electronic doesn't have any choice. He has to plant. He has to plant. Now he's gone for a deeper plant than traditional in that environment. May have cost him. I don't think he was expecting them to be so fast over. And NaVi again. Back down to just pistols here, so Heroic with some life left in them.
Made in. Bit of damage there. Simple still looking for a one-hit wonder through the smoke, but not to happen for him in this round. It's Cadian that will burrow into the corner at the bottom of Banana. Meanwhile, Electronic has gotten inside of Boiler, but that's as far as they've gotten, and the crossfire sets itself toward the top of middle. Might be a problem if Electronic swings out on that one.
This crossfire, they've used this before to great success, so let's see if they can do it again. They have full banana control, so they know that the impending attack more likely to be over towards A. TeSeS is also going to tuck himself in next to the barrel. He will be able to assist the mid-crawl. Oh, he's repositioning for now. A little bit worried about a Hall's pop. You can understand why. Simple creeping forward, needs to find them the way in, and he does. jabbi gone. The second bullet will connect, but this is where Shush and TeSeS can activate here from the short side, locking it down. Not going to let this one get out of control.
Just repeat.
Okay.
Wow. TeSeS comes back over, same angle, same shot, but better success to the CT, who is more anticipation in his aim that time. And Cadian running up. Bit heard it. Too late to react. Or one round the difference.
He's trained his teammates well there. They both dropped guns forward for Cadian, knowing he had the MP9. So that's what you want your teammates thinking on their toes. That's one of the worst things as an in-game leader. All right, guys, make sure you leave the bomb at T-step. Like, little details like that. That is what you want hardwired into everybody's brain. Just to, no guesses, no second guess, just instantly reacting. That's what you need to see. So that's a positive in itself. It's a little detail. It's one that probably nobody other than me cares about, but definitely showing that it's flowing over there for Heroic now in this comeback trail.
Cadian aggressively toward the second mid this time.
Excuse me?
How does he go down this far and get away with this? Easy shot, Perfecto down, but now he's stuck here. He's not done. He's gonna go around the corner. He needs support. He's gonna get it now. His rifles are gonna come down and cover off and contain ult middle, the connector, so that they can't fight back, but still Electronic finds a kill. They're gonna get Cadian finally bit with the kill on that, but now the aggression comes the other direction. This is unrelenting, and in reaction to Cadian's positioning, it's now a 2-on-3. Electronic and Simple, mind you, are the two left alive. Did they catch the cross? Electronic fights. That allows Simple to cover over and get inside of the apartments.
Okay, well, responding towards this A site right now is just going to be shush. You've got stavn still trying to piece this one together. This is a very good flank here. He might catch them completely backs turned. The timing on this, they're both coming, creeping, crawling back down the second. Mid's down. If he just peeked out the balcony, 2 kills dead to rights, but there's an avenue back towards B completely open right now.
What? How did stavn even get an inclination that they might even go back there? We already saw Simple crossing with Electronic in the fight, and now he's going to turn again. They're already running up Banana. They still think they've got the map closed off. What are the odds that 2 people go through the underpass? And it's going to be a bomb play at NaVi off this.
Oh, Penny's dropped now. This started so great. The response from Cadian.
Okay, I didn't see the smoke. My apologies.
Can set themselves up here, and you mentioned it before, it's Simple and Electronic. These are the 2 players you want alive for situations exactly like this. They're gonna grab this one. It's just light util, a couple of flashes and a HE. Shush, that will have to be perfectly placed, and even then it's
light.
Yeah, not enough Vegemite today.
Yeah, apparently not. Crossfire, Simple dark. That nade already gone. It's just a flash to work with. Simple's gonna throw out one of his own. It's going to slow things even further. He knows they're coming. He knows they're going to be close to him. They set for the cross. Doesn't even matter. Simple hits it clean. stavn goes for it. Electronic trades.
That one is going to stink. That one is going to leave a mark because it looked brilliant. I loved Heroic thinking on their feet throughout all of that. It was Electronic's position up towards the window room that was the key. He did so much damage from there. Got 3 kills in total in the round. But he controlled the only piece of real estate that they could work with. Katie and the Madman, right? We talk about it. We love it. Unorthodox, unique. Whatever, but fantastic work. And the fact that they're able to find, as you mentioned, the one gap back towards the B, but that was the only way.
Yeah, and that's gonna be so frustrating if you're stavn as well. He's down in there, he's hanging out on the bridge. He's like, no, there's nowhere they can go. Like, just let them plant and then go right back through it.
Well, this is only NaVi's first time out. So the first time they've really felt under the pump here is off the back of a round win. So they have an issue in the cash department with everybody bar Electronic going down in that round. You can see that now with Perfecto into a Tech 9. There will be some other emissions as well here. Whereas Heroic have a very strong buy going into this. Cadian signature AWP out, kits, U2, everything. Hard-fought battle ahead for NaVi here.
Jabbi with the high flash, followed by a nade down toward the bottom side of middle, but nothing comes of it. Perfecto, Tech 9, just trying to bait out a response. Bit's only got 8 kills in this game, weirdly enough.
Watch them start to surge forward with this second wave of U2 now. So both teams in a bit of a stalemate here. They were hoping for either a full aggress or more U2 to be used, and both were quite stoic with how they deployed. And Cadian getting a little bit hot under the toes. This is how they're going to try and chip down the damage, and they're just waiting it out. So this is the unknown mind games. The flash is back. The AWP needs to get out of town right now and will. So it's really just posturing at this point.
Perfecto still trying to take advantage of those smokes down and get a little closer. SDY already holding the top of alt middle in case any aggression comes in, and they do head back that way. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. Electronic set Molotovs. He's gonna pull through smoke. That's what, his 4th or 5th this game?
It's ridiculous, this game. He's warmed up. Just needed map 1. Of course, NaVi have had an extended break before coming back into play here for the playoffs as well. But map 1, 16-14. This one's close as well. Simple's really awoken here for map number 2. Down the man, the CT defense, they're going to stay in a 2-2. The biggest gap they've left open is the long side. So a mid to B or a wrap onto A is possible here as they have 20 seconds left. This is their undoing, NaVi, the time.
You called it last time that it was going to be a problem, and it was. Perfecto goes. They've got to go back to A, though. They're taking the ball to the other side of the map. There's still 2 in the pit. This doesn't get planted. This is over. Simple needs to be absolutely perfect on his shots. He's not. Jabbi's got the shot instead. It's Shush, smoke, electronic blocked. Denied again, and even then he was late. He was jumping in with 3 seconds left.
That's some vintage NaVi that we're seeing in those type of rounds, right? Remember the Zeus days where they would be victims of the clock quite consistently here?
They were the first team that was like that. Now, obviously, we see Cloud9 doing it quite frequently.
Penny's getting them fired up here, so they're still definitely believing, understandably so. And if NaVi are going to continue to have foot faults like this, that was the opening kill through the smoke that left us a little bit astonished. And then late, you're running into the site trying to plant Hail Mary through a smoke. It ain't going to happen. Now, the boss man back on the mic here, and for good reason. Because that last round, they were strapped. The cash wasn't flowing. It was a 4-round streak from Heroic, eventually broken. One back now as Heroic is starting to set their sights on tying things up, and they should be able to do that here. Bit with the saved Galil, Simple with 4.5. Everybody else around that 2.5 mark. To be telling of the home stretch. So Blade right now is probably having a conversation, not just for this round, probably for the next round as well. I'm going to waste those 30 seconds just to talk about what is essentially an eco.
Shush spots, and he'll just tear off to the left and go straight back down the hall. But it does give Katie a sniff. I'm not sure he was totally prepared for the bridge fight, but they'll get away from it.
I want to retract my statement. Simple did buy into an AK here, so he is feeling himself.
Maybe do that after the game.
Shush, Shush, you're not ready for that, are you? This shouldn't be happening. Bit already has so much space, so much map control right now. Heroic are going to scramble into this. They're going to peek back out. Bit's got another.
That's crazy. They just walked back in because they didn't want to concede the lane. stavn, he might be inside of the library, but there's nothing presenting, and as soon as it does, he didn't have the gun ready. He had the nade out instead. And it's not going to find the low HP player, Bit, who's gone back around and still survives. They're going to back off this. 13-11. NaVi come right back after running out of time in the last round.
This is getting odd now, isn't it? That really should never have been possible. That massive gap that Bit was just able to find himself in. The fact he delivers 2 kills short. Simple did chip in with an assist on that second one, but Bit, that's going to get him up to double digits at least. He has had a very quiet game, but that's impact down the home stretch. Cadian wants to retain this AWP. The hunt is coming with a couple of these leftover pistols. Perfecto all he seems to have round after round. They won't be able to push the issue any further, and they keep their lead. It was the right call to make for Heroic considering where their finances are at, but it's that one is really going to sting. You saw how fired up they got before. Think about the type of rounds Heroic could be winning as well. Remember that M4 buyout from Cadian where he had 3 kills? It was a crazy round. So both teams have had their hiccups or their miracle rounds. It really depends on how you want to frame it. Though. Yeah, for sure. But it's hard to place this because if NaVi go back to that slow crawl again, well then Heroic are just going to sit back and close it out late. So NaVi have to do something different here.
Smoke again, halfway down middle. We'll see if they want to try and go for the boost toward up middle. You can run behind that toward the bench, but nowhere near as Katie, and he's backed off, and it's nades instead for Shush. No damage from it.
I do like this adjustment that's been made. Maybe it was Blade that has made that call because they were staying 3 players towards top of Banana for quite a lengthy time, thinking that NaVi in their defaults needed to get that first. Now they're applying a lot more pressure mid. It's forced this rotation of TeSeS to assist this A site a lot sooner.
Flash around. Simple checks the arch. There's no one peeking it, but they are there. So they've got to be careful on this. Smoke goes in as well. TeSeS. Molotov will buy space and time. Oh, and the incandescence as well, and that smoke still being in place. Electronic didn't see them slide out and take the position. Perfecto goes down, and TeSeS has the off angle now. Exactly due to the utility. This looks like it could go 13-12. It's SDY and Bit left alive. And they're going to be facing down again. Oh! But Bit steps up at the right time. He hasn't been hot so far this game. Nearly pulled it off, but couldn't quite get the kill on Shush.
That is so winnable if he gets that kill onto Shush, because Cadian has an AWP. He was out of position. He was rotating back over. That was massive from Bit. That's a lot of financial damage done right there, but that would have been a huge round. So close on the kill onto Shush as well. Very low on HP after that exchange, but well handled from Heroic here. It was Cadian to open this up in Banana, but this little triple spray down right here was beautiful from Bit. You make sure he doesn't have to turn too far. Yeah, he can deliver, and yeah, Shush down to 16.
I think you're right. I think he gets that. He plants, he wins. Put what? Not guaranteed he wins, but he puts himself in a very winnable situation, which would have been a 1v5. 13-12, then we've got one round between, and we're still unsure of where this one goes. Certainly economically, NaVi gonna go straight back in on the buy this time, though.
Perfecto's kept short again. The poor guy's probably going to be on another Tech-9 unless there's a drop available in spawn for him here. I'm just floating around having a quick looky-loo. No, it is a Tech-9. Wow, that does show you just how unfortunate things have been for poor Perfecto here. But that was so much damage. NaVi still have them on the ropes. They're still landing the body shots right now, tiring him out.
Canadian. Oh my God, he hit that. He hit that. Blind flick through the wall, catches out Electronic. stavn follows it into Bit. They've got a 2-man advantage and a chance to tie up this game on 13. But Perfecto now has an AK picked up, and he's made good on it. He's taken out stavn. That'll give them a bit of position back inside of Banana.
Oh, they know the orb's here. They just want to try and execute on this. They got a couple of smokes and a flash. This might be the right call. Cadian calls his troops to stay over towards that A site. Even if he drops this defensive smoke, it might be worth going through for NaVi here to try and catch them out of position. TeSeS has come on over as well now, so bigger problems as Shush is slinked in towards second mid. So NaVi are boxed in. They will have to fight forward. If they do go back, Shush should get a free kill from that position.
Smoke CT, TeSeS with the denial of entry with the Molotov instead. They're not a bit far though. Simple can actually walk the back wall, but doesn't want to, and this is why. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe they're trying to bait them into the crosshair of Cadian. Another smoke to cover off CT. Boost is in position. Oh my God, Simple. That's number 6 now, I think, through smoke. Gets another. Jabbi's gonna find him. Perfecto gets the kill. Knows the boost was there, but Jabbi's dropped off because he expects to get sprayed down in return. Needs to be aware of which way he's gone, though, Perfecto. Unfortunately, Jabbi doesn't elect to push through because he's waiting for Shush. He's waiting for his teammate, who's going to reveal immediately that he's coming from Banana. So that flash going over the top, they know the situation. They see the Molotov, and Perfecto knows exactly what that means. But he has to go for the headshot. SDY wins it. They pull it back after losing the first 2 kills.
Insane. Absolutely insane right there. Give Perfecto a real gun. He can show you what he'll do. That is a massive round for Perfecto in this game. On the CT side, he was doing his best anchoring down that B bomb site. He's in the conversation here. 26 for Simple, 18 for Perfecto, the second in charge. Not in the server, tied up with Cadian on 18 frags, but that one right there is going to shatter the souls of Heroic, who have to expend their final timeout right here. That triple kill from Bit, he didn't win the round, but he did so much damage, and those ramifications are being felt right here, right now, into round number 27. Money is at a very bleak point, and you have 2 choices. Do we take an eco here? Do we allow just to get 1,900? 1,900 bucks, that's it for the next round of play into the bank balance to kind of give us that little pay packet to fight forward, or do we buy? Do we shove the chips into the center of the table and fight NaVi right here, right now? This is for the game for Heroic. The M4 back in the hands of Cadian, showing great form in this round of 12. Everybody else just with, well, nothing exciting. MP9s and Deagles.
Nothing exciting, but that doesn't have to be. They just need to play smart with them. And Cadian, we've already seen what can happen when he has that sole M4. We saw a triple from him inside of the pit in a round that they arguably shouldn't have won. Simple's going to start it off. Oh, he doesn't know he's holding hands. He doesn't know he's making out right now with Jabbi, who's on the other side, and they'll both concede, positioning them back off. They might think that's open. Jabbi might have a chance here. He's not going to make any noise yet. He needs to time this. No Simple's off to his right now. Finds the first. Spins it. Finds it. 3 Jabbi. He never knew he was there. Simple shook his hand, but he shook hands with a devil as it appears. Turns out and finds 3.
Okay, well, this one, it's got life left in it somehow. It's still SDY and Bit here. Smoked off towards top of Banana right now, searching for info. If they overstep the mark, SDY will take a head or 2. Shush, playing it safe, playing it smart, will take the window control. Here's the rotation point back. Again, he's boxed them in over towards B. SDY is going to get tricked into it, and a nice shot from Shush. Now, Bit, you get another chance, and this time it's just a 1-on-3.
Man, oh man, Heroic are unrelenting. They won't give up. Every time they have lesser weapons, they still get the openings. Bit, he has slid by Shush, who's gone down to the underpass, though, and that might buy Bit some space, but I don't know if they would have anticipated him to go searching in that direction for it.
Nana's going to be called clear. You've got one player of TeSeS up towards car. You've now got Shush at the base. It's going to be called completely squeaky clean at this juncture. A gun picked up, and oh, the timing right there. But this is the only place Bit can be right now, unless he's hiding in T-spawn.
Yeah, they're definitely aware. Cadian's already back looking that direction. Shush still has the boiler doorway covered off. Bit's gonna walk out head scene and easily taken off. 13 rounds for Heroic for Cadian, and now it's just one between them, and the money is tight on the NaVi side.
Oh, it started exactly like this as Jabbi. We're gonna pick up where the round essentially ended. That is insane. The MP9 at that range in those 3 fights, the pocket rocket, the best weapon for the job. That is huge. And we were just talking about the all-in shove. Jabbi's been having a rough go with things. He only has 14 kills. He got 3 of those in one of the most impactful rounds in the game so far.
Absolutely wild. Fast from Shush. Nails Electronic, but he's on 2, and they'll spray through.
Glock wall bang?
That's insane. How did a Glock just wall?
A Glock wall bang.
Rubber bullets don't penetrate. That's ridiculous. Cadian is annoyed with this. He's going to go back out, but SDY's in the corner. Is he aware that he's that close? Doesn't matter. Oh, the nade. Luckily, there's no action on top of it. They're going to back off. They both have to, surely.
He has to be a little bit careful about this here because he doesn't have head armor, so he's susceptible to these Glocks as well.
Cadian's just trying to get guns back and out of positions the TeSeS will eventually occupy. His teammates all have them. That's not the point. It's just to make sure they're not retrievable.
Well, guess what, Simple? It's gone. You won't be getting this one. You need to find another kill to pick that up. Let's find a smoke, however. So you can isolate one side of middle here and search the other. We want to send the Glocks forward. It's looking to be a short smoke, so that means Jabbi has, more vision than he needs. Never mind, a misthrown piece of utility right there is going to cost them any chance left in the round. And I think we'll call this all tied up.
Yep, we have a tie game at 14-14 as well. Remember, the first map was 16-14. Perfecto gonna go down. Jabbi with the final, and money's still not great for the NaVi side. A bomb plant would have done them wonders in that round.
And this is where they're gonna have to take their final timeout. We've had both maps go all 30 rounds, and both maps have all 8 timeouts used. I can't remember too many times that I've seen it go down in this fashion.
We had some overtimes this week in group stages that didn't even use all 8.
This is the biggest issue right now is, what are you going to give Simple? He's invested with the MAC-10, as you can all see here on the economy HUD. But do you want him to ride or die with that weapon when he's been doing the biggest work for the team? 27 kills. Next closest is going to be Cadian on the other side with 21. Both of these individuals having a great showing. Perfecto again, back down to just a poor little pistol, but that conversation we had about Heroic shoving all in not that long ago now heads over to NaVi. Same type of call has been made here.
It's absolutely crazy right now that the only 2 that have any opening duels on Heroic are Shush and Cadian, and it's 1 and 7, respectively.
Jesus.
But it's still 14-14. Cadian this time is going to be at B with his op. He's already got the incendiary down, but he's solo.
This is a Cadian call, though. He stacked 4 riflers to top a mid. This is a Cadian call. This is a risk.
stavn smoked off, but he knows it won't matter if he can support with utility. He knows that's why he's there at this point in time, and they're going to go, and they're going to be flashed. Simple finds the first. Oh, the lineup. They nearly had a chance for that, and Electronic somehow couldn't convert. But TeSeS is left on 10. It's a 3-on-4. Shush. Good rotation. It's better off for Heroic now. They're looking potentially at finding map point. It slows the pace because things just got a lot more tense on the NaVi side. They didn't take the lead until very late on Mirage, let's remember, but they won the map, and now Heroic looks to be serving that exact same dish to NaVi as Bit will work his way around. Arch open, CT open. It's a 2-2 split defensively, but that pit position is fortified.
Bit's known for his aim. He's going to have to hit an absolute banger here onto TeSeS. And there it is.
Oh, that is pretty stunning. You're not wrong. Shush swings to see where he's gone. Can't get vision. Blinded up. Perfecto knows exactly where he is. Hasn't closed the gap yet, but they can get in the sight and go for the plant. Bit just needs to cover off to make sure there's no swing to deny it. Rotation is on the way, and it's both going to be coming the way of CT spawn. So Perfecto has to be fully aware of this. Molotov thrown toward the site. No smokes, no flashes for the TeSeS. Perfecto is locked and limited with movement. It's Bit again that has to pretty much control his destiny and be aggressive. There's still a smoke as well for the CTs. They can get on top of this bomb. There's gun barrel spotted. Gun barrel spotted, but the Cinder's too thick. Bit at least able to strike it. Knows that stavn's inside of the site, but needs to flush Sjuush. He's trying, but he can't. And Sjuush will hold it on, and it's going to be Heroic in the lead.
Oh, man, poor Bit in that situation. You can see they're having to worry about the 180 jewel. The pit player is just a nuisance. There's no way to worry about this bomb defuse. You have to deal with the pit player, and you can see him there looking just for that fight. But I suppose the glimmer of hope for NaVi fans right now is the fact they get that bomb down. That extra cash is going to give them a few more AKs into this to search for overtime here. But this was an all-in towards mid with only 2 players. They didn't send any more than Simple Electronic up. The 2 sharpest spears that they have, the 2 biggest weapons, go down almost immediately here. And handling our Heroic. Just one more now to take us to map number 3. Overpass, it's not too far away.
It's a lot of flames. But Perfecto and Electronic somehow find a gap in them and don't take any damage from it. Smoke goes down, flashes as well. Perfecto's going to beat those inside of it. Knows that that flame is spreading. He's trying to spray back into it. He goes out, he takes the fight. He wanted to put a smoke down instead. He gets a bullet directly into stavn's head, but they're running back and they bait it straight into Cadian, who takes out Simple again. Man, he has Simple's number on the CT side.
They have to search B here. We've seen what's happened every time they've tried to drop back. Heroic always seem to have this mid-crossfire and aggressive maneuver. And Cadian even feels comfy enough to go back to spawn and pick up some reservoir utility here. Smoke's over to at least show presence still over towards this banana position. But if they were just to play a 2-2 setup right now, if they were just to play off the information, this should be Heroic's game. 16-14, 3 kills away as the CT smoke blooms, a flash at the ready for the info. TeSeS turns, steps forward, doesn't fight.
All blind on that as well. They got caught there. All caught still. It's going to be 2. It's just Electronic 1 on 3. 40 seconds. M4 picked up. Does he try and fight this? Does he go straight through? Doesn't have the bomb in his hand, so I guess he's got to find some sort of opening. But Cadian has the off angle, and it is a 16-14 scoreline for Heroic. The exact same score in reverse.
All 30 rounds in both maps here, but Cadian's happy with this one. A valiant attempt from NaVi, but the fact we're getting this close, back and forth Counter-Strike, it's hard to pick who's going to be the winner of this one. And now we go into the question mark of Overpass as map number 3. Simple doesn't look happy with this. A couple of marching orders on the way out the door, but we'll take a break and we'll send you to the desk after this.